Hello, it's Sunday, it's Fellonius, and it's yapping time. Now, I have been thinking about most of those dialects we have. Now, in Sweden, we have a lot of them. And what I don't really can see about them is how come they are so different in some types. If you're listening to some from the Gotland Island, or someone called Älvdalen, they are not talking anything near Swedish. And the Samic people, you can't even understand half of it. And still, all these dialects and all these languages started emanating from an Indo-European language. People moved from, I suppose it's somewhere around Iraq, Afghanistan, or something like that. I'm not totally sure. Ukraine, and then moved in a pattern north and to northwest, and suddenly went up to the northern countries where I live. So we all started with the same language, but of course, during the long years and the long winters and absolutely the long distances between people, they start to evolve a certain language. And that's rather strange, more or less, because even if they sound the same, they still don't do that. And then we can look at the English language. I think of English like three different types of languages, dialects. It's the British English, which is not really a good measurement because it's not really there anymore. Then we have the American English, which is a bit of a, well, I'm not totally sure. It's bigger. I'm not totally sure if you understand what I mean, but it feels like the English language is bigger in America. And then we have the laid-back version. That's the Australian version. And of course, in each country, if it's the States or Australia or in Britain, of course, there are differences. There are dialects. And I'm not able to separate. Well, the Aussies, I think I can pretty much recognize Aussie, Australian. But I'm not totally sure about where in US I can be when I listen to people. There are talks about that the Texans are talking a special way, but I'm not really sure if it's only Texan or if it's all the Southerners. Because in Louisiana and Mississippi and all that, they sound pretty much like the Texan. At least for me, who's not living there. And the northern states then, Dakota, North Dakota and all that up there, do they talk so much different than the Texans or the other Southerners? The New Yorkers and the Los Angeles, I think they talk exactly the same. Two big cities, probably with people from each city have moved back and forth. When I listen to my friend Bongo, who is living up in New York State, he's not really talking any different. He doesn't even have a dialect. When I then compare it to, let's say, my other friends, Jennifer or Ron. So it's hard to really get a dialect in the States. Great Britain, however, is much easier, but I don't know those dialects at all. A bit of the Irish I can feel now and then. And it's probably also like the Welsh. But the Wales also have a special language. We all have Gaelic as well, so they can switch between those ones. But dialects also seem to be some sort of mix between how you pronounce things and how you can pronounce things. And thereby, suddenly it feels like the Welsh people can't pronounce it in British English unless they try. And then we have the Manchester, the Liverpool, the Scottish, of course, but the Scottish also use Gaelic. So, and I'm not even going towards the colonies, because each colony must have some sort of, I don't know, different type of dialect. But when I'm listening to my friend Honest Stuffs, who lives in India, I feel like his English is just as good as Londoners or anything like that. I can't really put him as Indian. Well, I know that he is because I know that, but he could just as well be Bangladesh or I don't know, Laos or something. I don't know. It's not typical Asian English or anything like that. So dialects in English are a bit tougher. But on the other hand, I know most of the Swedish dialects, and I even try to use them now and then. Can't do that in English. Don't worry. But I really like dialects as well. There are not that many types of things that gets a bit nationalistic and not getting it bad. Dialects is good nationalism on a small scale, I'll say. So I feel like I should probably learn more about it. And we actually have in Uppsala, one of our greatest universities in Sweden, we have they even do research on it. So they have a lot of things collected, different types of years and stuff. Very nice. Well, that's my thoughts about dialects. I like them, but I don't understand them. That's nothing new. Thanks for listening.